Hello Rovers. Today is another great day on the homestead, but then again, every day is a great day out here on the homestead. We've had a fair bit of snow over the last little while, probably about 12 to 16 inches of the stuff, and that's perfect for doing a little snowshoeing, a little old school snowshoeing, if you will. But before I can do that, Mrs. Rover is here and she's going to give me a hand to tidy up a few of the projects inside the shop. Now the shop is a 24 by 32 foot building that we built just a few months ago. We're still working on a few little details of it. And inside the corner of the shop is this little 12 foot by 12 foot room that we're in right now. And we're calling this Rover's Nest. Rover's Nest is where we'll be staying for the next 8 to 10 months while we're building the house proper on this beautiful little 5-acre hayfield that we bought just a few months back, and we're turning it into a homestead from the ground up. But like I said, Mrs. Rover's here and I've got work to do. I better crack on. Okay, now all the OSB is up. We're taking a look right now at the attic hatch, and then as we move forward we can see that the garage door supports have been reinstalled and the springs put back on. Now it's a 2x4 that I'm using to support the metalwork supporting these tracks, and just so you know, above the OSB, framing was put in place so that this 2x4 is attached to the framing, and then these metal supports are attached to the 2x4. Don't try just attaching the metal to a 2x4 without putting some sort of structural members above it. And then go over to this side, and we have our special little hatch here, which I can take down if ever I need to do maintenance on the eye bolt, which is supporting the electrical service mast. And of course, we had left this front little section between the last truss and the gable end, and now that's all been filled in. And the finished product. Well, now we're ready, with Mrs. Rover's help, to proceed with the next step. Okay, so on the project that we're doing today, we're creating this tarp wall that'll separate the area that we're going to store our household belongings in from the work area. And so I have a tarp, I have some 1x3, and now we're going to staple this 1x3 to the tarp, and then we'll have something solid to secure to the ceiling. Mrs. Rover is here to give me a hand. Are we happy?
Oh yeah!
Okay. All right, so we measured back about a foot, and now I'm going to just match these up, more or less. They don't have to be perfect, but they do have to be in line. Consistently making it a 1 foot overlap. That'll give us a nice straight line.
You have to just tell me to put it straight.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. Yep.
The ladder?
This one's on the line, you said?
Yeah, pretty much. There's
Perfect, perfect. Okay, no, I've got this.
Okay.
4-foot screw it?
Sure. Where would you like?
Right about there.
There? Okay.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Rover.
You're welcome. Hi there. Okay, Mr. Rover and I just installed this tarp wall. Down the bottom, we've got some dunnage, that's spare wood. It's just rolled up in the bottom of the tarp to hold it down so it's nice and flat. If we ever need to, we just take that wood out of the bottom, roll the whole thing up, and we've installed these straps that we can use to tie around the rolled up tarp. And that gets it up and out of the way.
Well, what are you going to do to get from this side of the room to that side of the room?
Oh, well, there's an opening down here that I can sneak through.
That laugh tells us that Mrs. Rover is well pleased. Excellent work. All right, so now we have the second tarp up, and the first one that you saw us put up. And so this tarp right here, what will happen is it'll get rolled up, and that's how it'll spend most of its life, and then it'll be unrolled only when I'm doing something dusty inside this work area. Another nice thing about this area is for the few hours I might be working here, when the temperature is a little bit cool, I can actually put an electric space heater in here, and it's just enough to get the temperature right above freezing or a little bit above freezing. That's all I need in winter for the few little projects I have to accomplish. Most of the time we'll be doing most of our building during the summer months. Well, all work and no play makes for a dull boy, so we had a snowfall just a couple of days ago. It was a big snowfall, and what do? You have some fun. So why is Mrs. Rover's coat wet? Well, it's because just a few minutes earlier we were trying to slide down the hill on some crazy carpets, but the snow was a little too deep. It wasn't compacted enough, and we ended up getting, well, a little bit of snow on us. Now, a couple of days ago, we did get a pretty good snowfall, probably somewhere in the order of 12 to 16 inches. Now, it doesn't really look like it, and that's because we also get a lot of high winds, and the winds tend to blow the snow across exposed areas and then heap it up in drifts in other areas. So at the beginning of our driveway, we've got a fair bit of drifting, and we also have the windrow that was left over from the provincial plows when they come and clear the roads. What can I do about that? Well, that's where I get the snow beast out and I take care of business. Now, the best way to help Rovers Rest is by subscribing and sharing our videos on your social media. So until next time, thanks for watching.